Alrighty, hello everyone, we're back to our stream. I had a moment of trying to fiddle around with my internet connection and tried to start a little bit earlier today, but I couldn't, so I apologize for being a little bit behind on schedule, but that is all good. We still have time to do our full stream today. Like I said yesterday, we'll be touching upon what we did yesterday, and that consists of, so I'm just making sure my connection is still beautiful and smooth. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so we will be touching upon like a beginner's guide for spot trading. So hopefully you guys are able to follow along. If you haven't already made an account on SuperEx, I will send the link through in the comments down below. So if you guys need that, oh, bear with me one second. Have a little bit of a tickle in my throat. All right, I'm just setting up my screen a little bit better. Alrighty, I think we are all good to go. All right, I've got everything up, so I hope you guys are ready. Remember, if there's not a full house, that is totally fine. We're here to help you guys just be educated on a new skill that you guys can take away. So if you haven't already made your account on SuperEx, please do. Super straightforward. It'll just ask for your email, phone number, just to confirm. It's like a two-step authentication, and then within like 2-3 minutes, you'll be good to go. Okie dokie. So, crypto family, I just want to say welcome back to this channel. Today I'm going to walk you through step by step how to place your very first spot trade on SuperEx. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to buy Bitcoin at the price that you want, how to lock in your profits automatically, and how to protect yourself from losses, all in, I'm going to be ambitious and say 5 minutes, but who knows? All right, let's just jump right in, and I'm going to be sharing my screen up here. All right, so let's go to spot trading then. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so this is the SuperEx. Sorry, I've got two screens here today, so I'm going to be jumping between the screens a little bit. So this is the SuperEx spot. Oh, I kind of wish I'd put myself on that side. Ooh, I'm going to quickly change my layout for 1 second. Bear with me. Oh no, but then I'm in the wrong corner. I was going to move myself all the way over to this side, but then I realized I don't want to be blocking. Let's block it. Whew. There we go, guys. I just flew across the screen. Yeah, I just thought this was going to be a little bit easier for describing what's happening. Oh, I get to describe and even touch what's happening up there. All right, so we've got a couple different areas that I want you guys to be familiar with. So we've got area 1 on the top left. This is our pair sector. So right now we have it with Bitcoin and USDT. But you can honestly switch to any token in seconds, and I'll show you in a minute how to do that. All right, then we also have the big chart in the middle. See, this here is our trading view price chart. It shows you Bitcoin's price action live. So you can switch between, so we can go 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 12 hours, 1 day, 1 week. So that just shows how it is changing currently. But yes, and then we're going to go over onto our right side here, and this is our order book. So with the order book, it shows you every buy order is going to be in green up here, and then if we click on sell, that will be in red. So don't worry about this too much for now. Beginners don't really need to read this too much. I myself am not, sorry, this is, I was pointing to the wrong part. I was not paying attention. So yeah, we've got the sell in red and then the green for buy. But yeah, so those numbers intimidate me just a little bit at the moment, but that's all right. Slow, steady, we'll get there. And then, sorry, this is area 4 here. This is where our magic happens. This is where the goodie train is going to be, okay? This is the trading panel. This is the only area that we actually have to interact with today. So this is the part that I feel comfortable with. The order book, it's a lot of numbers, and math is not my strong suit, but I try, and we take it slowly. But yeah, so these numbers kind of intimidate me, but this is what we're going to be dealing with today because this we can handle. We got this. Okay, first, we're now going to go back to our trading panel here. At the top, we're going to see 2 tabs, right? We're going to see buy in green and sell in red. Today we're buying Bitcoin, so I'm going to click buy, okay? Right under that, we're going to see 3 order types. We've got limit, market, and stop market. I want you to use limit. Why? So let me just explain that a little bit. A market order buys you whatever price the market is right now, so you have no control. A limit order lets you say, I only buy if Bitcoin drops to my price. That's kind of how the pros do it. Patient and disciplined. We don't want to be going too crazy with that. All right, let's have a look at picking our trading pair. Remember how I said we'd get to that in a second? Let's do that now. So if you want to trade something other than Bitcoin, this is how you switch, okay? So click on the BTC USDT label at the top left, and then this drop down appears. You don't even actually have to click it. You can just like hover over it and it pops up. This is the search bar. Type in any token you want, be it ET, ETH, SOL, BNB, anything. So SuperEx has thousands of pairs to choose from. So anything that you guys want, you're probably going to find there. And then these tabs let you filter by category. So here we got spot for crypto, stock for US stocks. Yes, that is right. You can do US stocks. So that's including like, Apple and Tesla. And then we have a free market for community listed tokens and so on. I am gonna stay on our spot for now. Or you can just click any of the popular pairs that we see right at the top. So we do try to keep the most popular ones up there, so it's easier for you guys to pick between them. Just click on any one that you'd like. I'm gonna stick with BTC and USD today. So I'm going to close that, and then we are going to move on. All right, now we're gonna set our buy price. All right, remember we're buying today, so always make sure that green button is on. Bitcoin is sitting at around $78,200 right now. But maybe it's gonna dip a little, so I'm gonna offer all right, how much are we gonna? All right, let's offer $78,000 exactly, okay? So I'm gonna click the price field as I just did there and type in 78,000. Super easy, straightforward. This means my order will sit in the order book, and the moment Bitcoin touches 78,000 USDT, my buy fills automatically. Until then, nothing happens. I'm in control. I'm not chasing the market, okay? So that's pretty straightforward there. Now next step is gonna be how much money do I wanna commit, okay? Like this is the big step. I'm always gonna recommend everyone start off really small. I know it can get really exciting and you wanna jump into it and do everything, but for anything, start small, make sure you understand the process of what you are doing, okay? So if I put in the total for USDT. All right, I'm going to, this is how much USDT that I want to spend. So for the time being, I'm just gonna put, hello, why are you not typing? There we go. I'm just gonna put 50 USDT for this demo, okay? So I just clicked it and then typed 50 and then see what happens. All right, you see how the amount field has automatically calculated how much Bitcoin you'll get. So in this case, I'll get 0.0064 Bitcoin. Don't have to do any math. What's really nice is that SuperEx does it all for you. Also, just a quick tip, notice down below when it shows available balance, okay? So, no, I would not actually be able to do this transaction because I don't have 50 USDT. I only have 15. So that shows me that how much I can actually use and if I need to top up a little bit more. Okay. Now we're going to go try and protect ourselves with TP and SL. What you might ask is that? Don't worry, I will explain. This is the part for most beginners can skip, and it's the most important part, okay? Take profit and stop loss. So right above, the buy button here, you'll see the checkbox that says take profit and stop loss. Tick it, all right? There are two new fields that have shown up just now. Number one, the first one is TP trigger, your take profit. So I'm going to set that one at 80,000 USDT. All right. So SuperEx even tells me right there in red when the price reaches 80,000 USDT, it will trigger a market order and your estimated PNL will be 1.28 USDT. Okay, so it's incredibly helpful and I appreciate that. So that means if Bitcoin moves up to 78K to 80K, the platform sells my Bitcoin automatically. I lock in my profit when I'm asleep, when I'm at work, anywhere, all right? Okay, we're kind of getting that. Number two is the SL trigger, your stop loss. So I'm going to go set that to 76,000 USDT. So it's kind of like the same logic, but opposite direction. If Bitcoin crashes from 78K down to 76K, the platform sells it immediately. So I will lose 1.28 USDT, but I don't lose 20. I don't lose 50. So my downside is then capped. That's super, super important. At least for me, if I am going to be getting into trading, I don't want to be watching it every second. I don't want it to be taking control of my day. I want it to be something that I can do in my pastime that I enjoy and does not stress me out. And this would definitely take out a lot of my stress. Okay. And then the next part, this is the message. All right. When your price reaches 76,000 USDT, it will trigger a market order and your estimated PNL will be a negative 1.28 USDT. All right? Read that, trust it. The system does what it says. You don't have to overthink this. It is going to be okay as long as you make sure you've got your ducks in order, okay? I'm just going to say, I am no pro, but I have been told that the pros never trade without an exit plan. So, just as simple as that, within a process of 10 seconds, we made our exit plan so we would not have any outstanding losses, okay? Alrighty. The final step before you click anything, I just want you to double check the numbers at the bottom. As I said before, your available USDT, and that is how much buyable Bitcoin you have. Make sure they match what you expect. Of course, right now, this is not what I've been putting through because I told the system that I had 50 USD to kind of play with. I don't, I have 15. All right, and then when you guys are good to go, hit the big green button, buy BTC button. That's it. Your order would be then live in the order book. And then if you guys want to go check out your order books here, open orders, everything will be there at the tab. You don't have to sit and watch it. The system handles everything. Remember, if Bitcoin hits 78K, you buy it. If it then hits 80K, you sell it for profit. If it crashes to 76K, you sell to cut your losses. 3 scenarios, all automated. You don't have to think it over too much. It is nice and stress-free. All right, so that's kind of the entire workflow. You pair it, you buy, you limit, you price, amount, TP/TML, and then buy. 7 steps, less than 5 minutes pretty much is what I said, right? once you're more comfortable with it, it'll take you like just 2 minutes. I am a very meticulously checking, making sure that everything is okay. And that is what I will be doing for a while because that's just something I feel a lot more comfortable with. But yeah, it's super straightforward. If you guys are interested, we can go over this again. I made sure that today I had enough time to go over everything twice, just because yesterday when I was going through everything, it was like a first time for everyone and it took a little bit more time. But I do think I am going to go over and repeat this again, just in case anyone drops in and was not able to catch the first part of the live stream. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to write them down below. I'm going to go and do this all. Let me just move you up again. So we're going to start on the main page, okay? So I totally understand if you guys have already watched this, but I need to go over this again for the people who have not maybe only caught the last little bit and they are interested. So we're going to head straight over to our trading interface. All right. Actually, let me just do this one from scratch so I have nothing on the side here. I need a water break. Okay, dokie. So if you have already watched this, feel free to stay along. You guys can help out in the comments down below if I miss anything. And then if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments down below. I will do my best to answer them as best as my ability. And if I can't, don't worry, I'll reach out to a colleague and by the next live stream, I'll have some answers for you guys. Okay, let's have a look at our SuperEx spot trading screen. So I know it looks a little bit busy, a little bit intimidating, but it is simple once you grasp it and once you understand what you are looking at. There are only 4 areas that I really need you guys to know. Area 1, which is the top left, this is our pair sector. So that's up here. Right now I have the BTC and USDT loaded, but you can switch to any token in seconds. I'll show you guys more how to do that a little bit later. Area 2 is the big chart in the middle, this one here. This is our trading view price chart. It shows Bitcoin's price action live, so you can switch between 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 12 hours, 1 day, 1 week. Let's go back to 1 minute just because I think that's the one that I want to have on the screen for the time being. 1 week has, actually maybe 1 week will be good just to see the actual full growth and decline of everything. Okay, area 3, which is our order book. This one is, I don't know which one was more intimidating. Probably the graph was more intimidating when I first came onto SuperEx. But now that I can actually just see it as a picture and I just take it away like that, seeing the order book, that one tends to get me a little bit intimidated. So it shows you every buy order in green. See, there's the buy orders. And then it shows every sell order in red in real time. So don't worry about it for now. Beginners don't really need to read this. I don't read it. I just wanted you to know it's there. Okay, and then we have on the far right, this is kind of where the magic happens. It's the training paddle. This is the only area that we're actually going to be interacting with today outside of choosing which pair we're going to do. Okay, first 2 clicks, we're going to be looking at the trading panel. So we're going to go to the top. We're going to see our 2 tabs here. So we have buy in green and sell in red. Today we're buying Bitcoin today, so I'm going to click buy. Right under it, you'll see 3 order types, limit, market, and stop market. I want you to use a limit today, but why? Let me explain. So a market order buys at whatever price the market is right now. You have no control. A limit order lets you say, I only buy Bitcoin if it drops to my price. That's kind of what the pros do. Be patient and disciplined. Alrighty, we're going to be picking our trading pair now. So let's quick detour over to the left side. I currently have BTC and USDT label. I've chosen that one, but you guys can choose whichever one you want. So you can like type in any token just in here. You can do ET, ETH, SOL, BNB, anything. SuperEx has thousands of pairs for you guys to choose from. All right, these tabs let you filter buy spot for crypto, stock for US stock. Yes, that is right. There is US stock. So that means you can trade on Apple and Tesla here. And then the free market is for community listed tokens and so on. Okay. I think it's pretty straightforward at this point. Like you guys can visibly see what you want to take. All right, number 3 is you can just click on any popular pairs. So the popular ones are going to be up at the top just for easy display. But for the time being, I am going to stick with BTC and USDT today. So I'm going to close this out and move on. See, I kind of like this. The first half of the live stream, we went a little bit slower describing everything. And now I think at this point, we can go a little bit faster and... Sorry, I'm just kind of like brushing my hair casually on the side. But yeah, so I do think when we get to the second half of the live stream, we can always go a little bit faster, scroll through everything and make sure you guys understand it as like a quick debrief of what is happening, okay? Excuse-moi. Okay, now we're going to set our buy price. Okay, we're going to go back to our trading panel. Let's go there. So we're going to set our buy price. Bitcoin is sitting around $78,200 right now. So I think it's going to dip just a little. So I'm going to offer 78. Bear with me 1 second. I am going to offer 78,000. So... I click the price part here and I'm going to type in 78,000 and that's it. So that means my order will sit in the order book and the moment Bitcoin touches 78,000 USDT, my buy fills automatically. Until then, nothing will happen. I'm in control. I'm not chasing the market, which makes me feel so much better. Okay, next we want to think about how much money I want to commit. So right here, do you see the total field at the bottom here? Let's click here. That's how many USDT you want to spend. So for this demo, I'm going to say we're going to spend 50 USDT, okay? And you see what's just happened as I've clicked that in? The amount field has automatically calculated how much Bitcoin you'll get. So in this case, I will get 0.000064 BTC. So you don't have to do any math. SuperEx does it all for you. I love it. All right, just a quick tip. Notice down below how it shows your available balance. I currently have 15 USDT in this account. So that shows me that I can't actually process this price that I'm putting on for the demo. It's just for the demo's sake. I'm putting that up there, okay? All right, now we want to protect ourselves with take profit and stop loss. This is a part that a lot of beginners skip, but I do think it is one of the most important parts. So right above the buy button, you can see here, you'll see a checkbox that says take profit and stop loss. We're going to tick it. And now we've had a few more fields pop on up. Number 1, the first one is TP trigger, okay? Your take profit. So I'm going to set this one at 80,000, okay? That's 80,000 USDT. SuperEx even tells me right there in red, when the price reaches 80,000 USDT, it will trigger a market order and your estimated P&L will be 1.28 USDT. Okay, so that means if Bitcoin moves up to 78 to 80K, the platform sells my Bitcoin automatically. I lock in my profit when I'm asleep, while I'm at work, anywhere. We love that, okay? All right, the next one is the SL trigger, okay? That's your stop loss. I'm going to set that one to 76,000. Ooh, did I add an extra zero? Yes, I did. 76,000 USDT. So it's kind of like the same logic, but in the opposite direction. If Bitcoin crashes from 78K down to 76K, the platform sells it immediately. So I would only lose out on 1.28 USDT, but I don't lose like 20 or I don't lose 50. So my downside is then capped. All right. So this is the message that SuperEx shows you. When the price reaches 76,000 USDT, it will trigger a market order and your estimated P&L will be at negative 1.28 USDT. We love that. Trust the system, okay? They really are trying to help you, and the system will do exactly what it says. All right, just like a little tidbit about the pros. The pros never trade without an exit plan. So you just made yours in easily 10 seconds. Super straightforward. I love this speed through. It's hopefully going to be very beneficial for you guys if you've already taken away a little bit of what I said earlier, okay? All right, now we're going to go on to the final step. Before you click anything, let's have a look at the numbers at the bottom. Your available USDT balance and your buyable Bitcoin. Make sure they match what you expect. So I've said that I'm trying to do 50 USDT, but I currently only have 15 USDT, so I'm not able to. But that's totally fine, as long as that's just for the demo. In real sense, you do need to make sure you have enough. So for now, I'm not able to actually process this order, but if you guys made a realistic expectation on how much you had in your account, you guys can click Buy BTC button in green right now. That's it. Your order would be live in the order book. Let's go have a look at this order book here. So just bring the screen down a little bit. Here are your open orders, order history, trade history, and grid order. So once you've made that live, it would be in our orders tab at the bottom here. You don't have to sit and watch. The system handles everything. If Bitcoin hits 78K, you buy. If it then hits 80K, you sell for profit. If it crashes to 76K, you sell to cut your losses. 3 scenarios, all automated. Okay, we love that. Straightforward, to the point. That's the entire workflow. It's honestly, we took around 5 minutes to go over everything. Buy, pair, limit, price, amount, TP/TL, and then buy. That's 7 steps, less than 5 minutes. Right now, I was around 5 minutes, but it could be less than 2 minutes once you've done it twice. So I just want to let you guys know, if this helped you, smash that like button, subscribe, drop a comment telling me which token you're going to trade first. I read every single comment. At this moment, we don't have very many comments, so it makes it a lot easier. So I will be there. I will answer your questions. I will read everything, okay? And if you don't have a SuperEx account yet, the registration link, let me actually just go send the link in the comments again. Bear with me 1 second. Let's go send that through. Got a couple of windows open. I just want to make sure you guys have access to that. So yes, registering for SuperEx is super simple. It took me just a few minutes. I do recommend everyone to get the 2-step verification. Remember, we are dealing with money here, okay? I want to make sure that you guys are as safe and secure as possible. I don't want you guys throwing your money around, so start off small, okay? Once you can understand the process, it is really straightforward, and I wouldn't almost say it's easy. I'm still at the stage that I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's doable. It's straightforward. If I read everything that's on the screen, it helps put me into the flow of what I want to achieve. I still do get intimidated by a couple screens, but that's okay. I'm still in the early stages. It's still my first month. I try to check out the website every weekend as a way to educate myself. And I can already see my knowledge is growing. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and I threw out a couple comments about spot trading and futures, and they're like, "What? Where did you learn that?" And I was like, "Yeah, SuperEx taught me that." So it's actually really cool that I'm learning this new skill gradually, and yeah, I do feel like this is becoming a hobby that I'm really going to enjoy. And what I like most about it is that I don't have to constantly be super attentive to it. I can just check it on the weekends to see what's happening, because I'm making sure that I am secure with everything. I am setting my limits. I'm setting my prices, my amounts, my TP, my SLs. I want to make sure that I am as safe and as secure as possible, and SuperEx really does allow me to do that. So yeah, I'm really happy with this process. I'm really happy with my knowledge of everything. So hopefully you guys can go check it out. But yeah, have a look at the link down below. Sign up, registration is super easy. If you guys are interested, we do live streams twice a week where I'm kind of showing you guys what I'm learning every step of the way, which is how to trade. Yes, I'm no expert. I'm not going to ever claim to be. I am learning step by step, just the same as you guys. And I want to kind of show you all that it's doable. It's not as hard as everyone makes it out to be. It's a bit overwhelming at first with all the information, but once you get it, it's pretty good. So I just want to say, see you guys in the next one. Stay green, trade smart, and I look forward to seeing